begin, you can begin with a magic ring and chain 3, or you can chain 4 and slip stitch to the first chain to form a circle to work your first rounds of stitches into. So here I've created a magic ring. I have 3 chains. I'm ready for round 1. And now I'm going to work 3 doubles right into the center of my ring. Okay. I will chain 2 for the point and 4 more doubles right into the ring here. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. I'm losing my yarn. There we go. 3 and 4. It's not wanting to pull out of the ball very easily today. So now I'm going to tighten my ring, but not so tight that it pulls the other side of the circle in, but just enough that it's going to give me a straight edge. All right. So now I'm ready for round 2. I'm going to chain 3 and turn. So 1, 2, 3. 3 doubles in the space between the chain 3 and the first double crochet. So we have between this double and the next, what I'm going to do is work 3 double crochets. Right now, some people, this is up to you, is optional. You can work them all into this space at the bottom of the turning chain. Other people suggest working them between these 2 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and work them between. I've done it both ways. It just not really a big difference. It's just a matter of preference. So I'm just going to do it this way so you can see. So 1, 2, 3, right in between the first and second double crochet of the previous round, right there. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to jump over this cluster here and move to the chain space for the point, the chain 2 space at the point, and work 3 doubles. Chain 2 for the point, and 3 more doubles all in the chain 2 point space. So 1, 2, and 3. Now once I create that corner, I'm going to chain 1 to jump the next cluster. And I'm going to work, I'm going to copy what I did over here. I'm going to work 3 doubles between the last double crochet of this 3DC cluster and the chain 3 that I initially began my work with. So right in between those 2 stitches, I'm going to work 3 double crochets, and I'll explain here in just a minute what that's all about, because it looks like 4 stitches and it's not. And then to finish this round, I'm going to place 1 double crochet at the top of the chain, that initial chain 3 that I started my round 1 with. Okay, so the reason that we are placing what appears to be 4 in these side clusters versus 3 up here is because these first double crochet or the chain 3, depending on what side you're on, does not count as a stitch. Its function is to keep your edge of this what do they call that, an isosceles triangle? I'm not sure, but to keep this edge straight, okay? So a granny quilting triangle is actually made with 3 double crochets per cluster, except for the ones that we begin the round on and end the round on. We have to have one more to get this straight edge at the bottom of the triangle. So let's do another round. So I place 3 doubles here, and then I put one more on the churning chain, which looks like 4, but remember, it does not count as a stitch. All it does is keep my flat edge straight. So to begin this next round, I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to rotate my work. I will place 3 double crochets in between this stitch, the edge stitch, and the first double crochet of this cluster. So I'm going to work 3 double crochets right there. Okay, so now it looks like I have 4, because when I chain 3 and turn, here's my chain 3 to bring the height of my next row to the height of the stitch I'm working, which are double crochets, so it does not count as a stitch. Now I make my first 1, 2, 3 double crochets between the edge stitch and the first double crochet of the previous round, right there, okay? And so now, once I've done that, I will chain 1 to jump that cluster. And I'm going to work 3 double crochets in this side chain 1 space. I will chain 1 again to jump this cluster. And I will work 3 doubles. Chain 2, 3 doubles, all in that same point space, so I can keep that nice point going at the top. That brings me back to a side cluster, which I need to jump over to get to this side space, so I will chain 1 and then work 3 doubles into the side chain 1 space. And that leaves me chaining 1 to jump that cluster, 3 doubles, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, which brings me to that space between the edge stitch and the granny cluster, where I will work 3 more doubles. And then I'm going to work 1 more double at the top of that chain 3, so it matches the other side, which has a chain and 3 doubles. Okay. So here I have an edge stitch, an edge stitch. Then here I have 3 doubles and 3 doubles. Chain 1, 3 doubles, 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, 3 doubles, chain 2 for the point. Let's do one more round together. So to begin this round, we will chain 3 as my edge stitch, turn or rotate the work, place 3 double crochets between the edge stitch and your first granny cluster. Chain 1 to jump that cluster there, brings you to a side space, work a granny cluster right there. jump this cluster, chain 1, work another side cluster right here, jump this cluster by chaining 1, which brings you to the point where we work 3 doubles, chain 2, and 3 doubles to create that point. And now moving down the opposite side, we will chain 1 to jump the next cluster and work another cluster in the side space. Chain 1 to jump the next cluster and work another cluster in the next side space. Sorry about that, got off camera. And chain 1 to jump the final cluster and work 3 doubles in between the final cluster and the edge stitch. And to make it even, we need to crochet 1 more double at the top of the initial chain 3. And there you have it. I will bind off. Pull through. And then because we're rotating our work, it is beautiful on both sides. You have front and back stitches alternating every row. This, if you're putting together a blanket or pillow or whatever you're making, it's going to be reversible fabric there. And I hope this has helped you in your crochet life today.